Hello, it's me, 15-minute gamer. You join me in a premiering, of course. And this is the E3 roundup video. Gonna go through from start to finish. Gonna cover all the conferences. Gonna cover what games I liked, didn't like, conference liked, didn't like, and what I thought of them. So join me in this little journey of 25 minutes or so. Starting off with the company I can never say. Hey, it's on screen, you can read it. So the first game we kicked off was Doom. It's been a while since we've had a Doom game. It's out spring 2016 apparently. I'm sure that'll be pushed back. The game, yeah, I mean, I've been a Doom fan for a long time. I must admit, watching this, the game didn't really do much for me. That's all I can say on it. Really, it looked a weird colour for a start. It didn't seem particularly complete, and yeah, I wasn't that impressed by it. Yeah, that's Doom. It'll be interesting. Apparently, it's going to ship with a level editor and stuff like that as well. It'll be interesting if that happens. Again, who knows if it will. We'll see. It's going to have multiplayer and stuff, so it's not really one I pick up. Dishonored 2. Again, Dishonored 1 was a game that I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy, but I got a bit bored by the end. I wasn't really sold by it. It's apparently going to be coming out again sometime next year. I don't know. But you got a choice of characters, a man or woman with different powers and skills. So it'd be interesting if they combine or a bit of co-op. It'll be nice to see how it works. Again, something that I may pick up, may not. The Elder Scrolls Legends. If you like the Elder Scrolls, you're gonna love this. It's almost like a strategy card game for tablets. It's a bit like Warcraft's Hearthstone. Again, not something I'm particularly interested in, to be fair. So, the biggest one, Fallout 4. A game that I wasn't interested in, really. When the Fallout 4 announcement was made, I was a bit like, maybe something I'll pick up, maybe I won't. However, after watching the trailers now, this is a game I'm going to get. I love the new crafting system. I love the way you could make your base up and put guns and sentries and stuff. That was brilliant. That suits me down to the ground. That's what I want from a game like this. And yeah, so it's got settlement building, it's got character creation, it's got custom guns, arms, and items. You can settle as well, so yeah, you can build all that up. Graphics still don't look great. I'm gonna have to admit, still look a little bit PS3 era. You've got Dog, Dog. You got the new Pip Boy, which they've announced the one with the collector's edition as well. And you've also got the mobile game as well, so it's like a little shelter game. I've heard mixed stuff. A lot of people are liking it, but also if you read the reviews, it's very much like it's a very shallow game. However, it's only on Apple at the moment. It's not on Android, and definitely not on Windows Phone. So it'll be interesting to see what will come out. Overall, the conference, I mean, Fallout 4 was the savior. I would say if they didn't have that coming up, it would have been a pretty boring conference. But there's a few games that would be on most people's wish lists, and yeah, it was an okay conference overall. Microsoft. So yes, Microsoft. This was one they had to put out the bag, I think, to really sell the console because they've been losing a lot of ground to Sony. I mean, they lost. I know I'm only one person, but they lost me. I went to PS4, and it was something that it wasn't a hard choice, but I kind of regretting it a little bit. And the conference did kind of convince me a little bit to go back to them. However, the biggest thing from Microsoft is the HoloLens. I'm going to come back to that. However, game-wise, because they announced a lot of new stuff. Start off with Halo 5 Guardians. I must admit, I'm not really a Halo fan. I've played them all. I can't say that I find them very repetitive, dull, but boring, better to say. The enemies are all the same. Same reason I don't like Destiny is the reason for this. So basically, you've got two squads. One's going to be led by Master Chief. The other one's going to be led by a new mysterious character who I think Spartan or something. Spartan, but yeah, it kind of that. They've got new graphics. Graphics did look good. It looked alright. I wouldn't say anything spectacular, to be fair. Game that I wouldn't go out of my way to play, I don't think, just because I'm not really a fan of Halo. Rise of Tomb Raider, everyone got very excited for this. The internet exploded. However, I didn't really like. I seem to be really negative at the moment, but Tomb Raider, I didn't really enjoy it. It's like she walks along something and then falls off, and then you have some quick time events. She'll walk up something else. It's been standing for 20,000 years, but falls off as soon as she stands on it. She'll walk along thing, falls off again, walks on waterfall, falls off, skips along waterfall, falls off. It's just like, oh, how man. You know, you're a Tomb Raider. Just, I know it's to pad the game up, but it's too much padding for my like. We didn't see much gameplay. Had a very, very small amount of gameplay. Very scripted demo. The graphics do look good from what we were shown, and I am kind of probably one I might pick up again. What I should do keeps falling off stuff again, so I don't know. So that was Rise of Tomb Raider. Gears 4 or Gears of War 4 as it was called. That was dark. I mean, how dark was that game? You couldn't see what was going on. However, it seems to have gone a little bit back to its horror roots, which was a good thing. It looked good. The graphics look good. All we know is it's Holiday 2016 that's coming out. I know they're working on the remasters thing at the moment by the looks of it, so it'll be interesting to see what we'll get. Had a female lead in it as well, so we'll see where she plays in. However, liked it. I've enjoyed the Gears games. I've played all of them. Really enjoy it. Multiplayer's always been pretty good as well. We had the Rare replay and Sea of Thieves mixed into one. This is an interesting one. Rare basically announced there's going to be 30 titles ranging from Perfect Dark to Banjo-Kazooie. I forgot they made Perfect Dark, actually. Good game. And it's all going to be on one, disc, but we all know it's going to be a code to download it. And lots of gamer points and that sort of thing. It looked fairly interesting, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of games on there. It'll be something to pick up anyway. Saying that, I've got to keep looking that way because I don't want to look forward. So yeah, that looks pretty interesting. And Sea of Thieves, which was a pirate game, which again, pirate MMO, MMORPG is the phrase would have it. It looked interesting. Don't know about either, to be fair. Sea of Thieves looked alright though. I might pick it up. Recall, that looked interesting. Basically, it seems to be you have a companion, but if it dies, you get to put its core thing into another robot, and it takes over. Then your companion stays that way. Seemed interesting. I'd probably pick that up. Forza 6. Wow, that started with a car coming down from the sea. What more could you want? It looked good. It looked incredible. Forza Horizon was one of my favorite games ever, racing wise, so I will be picking this up. Release date's 15th September. This is when I'm going to get a new Xbox console. I'll be getting it with that bundle. Dark Souls 3, no details at all. Very small demo. Looked, I'm not a Dark Souls fan. And also we had the usual ID Xbox showing you like indie games that are coming. And we also got announced that Tom Clancy's The Division will be an exclusive beta. We've got some new multiplayer games. They covered a lot of that. EA announced Plants vs. Zombies 2, Garden Warfare 2, which looked alright. But the biggest thing was HoloLens. That looked incredible. For those who haven't seen it, just watch HoloLens conference. It's a virtual reality is the wrong word. It's like Google Glass, so it projects. So if the demo showed of Minecraft looked incredible, and I've read some things since, and it looks like it is looking pretty good. To be fair, you can put games onto a table and play them and so forth. And
the first game,
the biggest thing was probably the backwards compatibility. Like what I can say. The problem with that is it should have been there from the start. So I know a lot of people are excited about it, but it's something that they took off us, not give us. So they took it away and give it back, and they get praise for it. So you can download or play your games immediately. However, not all there at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see. Xbox Elite Wireless Controller. Yeah, that looked amazing. About 130 quid. Looked cool. Awesome. I would like that. I would like that a lot. I would love to get that. It looked really good. So yeah, that was the Microsoft conference. It went pretty well. There wasn't any mistakes as normal with Microsoft. I like the look of it. The stuff they showed off. They kept it flowing. Not many exclusives though, but yeah, I quite enjoyed it. And yeah, I would give that one a good solid score. It was a good conference. I maybe wish that I kind of was back with Microsoft.
Yeah.
So yes, the company everyone likes to hate, but they have some pretty good stuff this year. The conference for them started off with Mass Effect Andromeda, we didn't really see much. Basically, it looks like it's going to be a new galaxy and new people. Didn't really see much of the comment. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. This is the next one in the Mirror's Edge franchise. Can you call that? There's only been one of them. It's went open world. You won't be picking up guns. You'll be kicking people in the face. It looked alright. I'm not sure how open world would work. I didn't really enjoy the first Mirror's Edge, but again, that is just me. Star Wars Battlefront was probably one of the bigger ones. It looked good, but it was so scripted. That game was unbelievably scripted. It was set in the Battle of Hoth, which is the ice level, and it looked alright. But as I said, it was just with the scripting of it. I'm not sure how it worked in real terms. It looked very closed in. We had Darth Vader there, and Luke, and the graphics look incredible. But I'm waiting to see how that works. Unravel. This game was a little indie game with like a little knitted character. The guy who came out and presented this was just wonderful. He was fantastic. You could tell he cared so much about this game. He even had a little character. It looks quite fun. It'll be see what happens, and it might be one I'll pick up. Need for Speed. This was just a bit more what it looked like. The customization options looked gorgeous. The cars look fantastic. The game looks really good. November 2015 release date. I hope it comes out for then. I will be picking that game up. And obviously we had all the sports. We had the most boring interview ever with Pelly. Just two guys talking about football, which nobody cared about at all. FIFA 16, they talked about some new features. Basically, we've added women in. That's our big feature. The rest is all pretty much the same as normal. We had NHL 16, which looks cool, but not a game I pick up. Madden 16, now I'm getting into NFL, might be something I pick up. NBA Live 16, they got some guy on called, I can't even think of what the guy was called. He had a really stupid name. No idea who he was, but you can put your face in the game. Basically, you can. Oh, the Hoot God. That was it. So basically, you get a smartphone, zoom around your face, and you get transported in the game. Pretty cool. What else do we have? We had announced Knights of the Fallen Empire, which was a new expansion pack to Star Wars: The Old Republic, and a Star Wars game will play on mobile, but it didn't really go into what that was going to be. Was it either showed the Minions? It might be either showed the Minions game as well, so that's coming to us as well. Overall, decent conference. I like some of the things that showed off. They are pushing the Star Wars thing a lot, which I hope it works. But it could also go the other way where it becomes a cash cow, and I hope it doesn't. But we will see. There was no Battlefield announced and no Medal of Honor either, so looks like Star Wars Battlefront it is.
Ubisoft.
So Ubisoft started with South Park, the Fractured But Whole. Do you get it? But whole. It's not made by the same people, however, it looked pretty interesting. If it goes anywhere like Stick of Truth, it'll be good. It's have a bit of a superhero element bit in it as well, so we'll see. It could be interesting. For Honor, this was an interesting game. It was almost like knights, samurais, and Vikings killing each other. However, it did look quite good. Not a usual game I'd be interested in, but that is one I might pick up. The Division, finally, they're showing a bit more of this game. It was supposed to be out ages ago, but it hasn't quite made it yet. The demo they kind of showed of it, I wasn't that impressed with. It was more about showing some tech off, and I think this game's a long, long, long way off. I think if we see it in mid to end 2016, I'll be very, very surprised. That game is nowhere near finished. Just Dance 2016, not interested in at all. However, I'm sure a lot of people are, but it's not something I was interested in. Ghost Recon Wildlands. is a new Ghost Recon game that kind of mixes a bit of Far Cry mixed with Just Cause. Lots of explosions. There's vehicles to drive in, open world. This looked interesting. I hope it plays as well as it looks because I'm going to be interested in that. We also had, what else did we have? A bit of an expansion to the crew called Wild Run that's coming out. We had Trials Fusions. We had a bit more of Rainbow Six Siege. Or was that in one of the other? I can't remember. It might have been in one of the other conferences. And we had some Trackmania time. But Trackmania is a great game. If you've never played it before, it was PC. It was free to play. They made some money out of it. To some of those, it's such a good game. That would be great. And some more Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which I couldn't care less about, to be fair. And also we had Anno 2205, which I know the other games are pretty good. So hopefully this one goes. And the beta for that arrives 3rd of November. So that'll be interesting to play. Yeah, so overall it was a decent one. There was nothing surprised, nothing really blew me away. It was just the average Yasin games. Have a look at them. So yeah, that was Ubisoft. It rhymes with Tony. It's Sony. Sony started off with a game I've not really been familiar of in the past, or I know a lot of people love it for some reason. But The Last Guardian, basically a big giant dog griffin thing, and a little boy. The little boy seemed to be getting a lot of trouble. The griffin kept saving them. Sure, at one point the griffin's going to eat them. That's what I wanted. But yeah, the graphics looked good. Looked interesting. I liked it seemed to do things just at a nice pace. It wasn't like, it was just like, oh, he's fallen. And caught. Isn't everything happy again? And yeah, I like the little friendship. The little boy's going to shout a lot. If that boy shouts that much through the game, it's going to be bloody annoying. However, it looked interesting. And it'd be something that I'd probably want to pick up and play. No Man's Sky was shown off again. We seemed to get shown a. I know he said he was playing it. I don't think he was. That was scripted to the hell. However, it looks amazingly big. If that works, that would be very interesting. You've got to basically go down. There's no loading screens between land and taking off, and you can explore. You then upload your explorations and you claim that planet. And there's guardians on each planet as well, which is interesting. So yeah, that was No Man's Sky. Final Fantasy V11 or 7. Strange enough, another Final Fantasy remake. That's a surprise. It's come first to PS4, which means it'll probably come on other things later on. Not interested. Horizon Zero Dawn. That looked very interesting. It kind of was like civilization had been wiped out, and now everyone almost lived like cavemen almost, but with modern tech. So like there was giant dinosaurs made of missiles and junk. How these get made, nobody knows. But it looked really interesting, and there was just herds of robotic dinosaurs going everywhere. Female protagonist, and it looks interesting. However, the demo was kind of like, right, here's a T-Rex. Look how easy it is to take down. Oh, that was taken down in 2 minutes. Well, if that's the dangerousest, if that's the worst animal in the game, we have a problem because you've just shown us how easy it is to take. So we'll see. It's made by the same guys make Killzone. So we'll see. Shenmue 3. Good God, they didn't explode over that one. I never played the other ones. It went on Kickstarter for some reason. No need for that to go on Kickstarter. That should have been funded by any studio. I was just happy to see how happy everyone else was. That was great. I'm not going to play that. Dreams was a weird one, where you draw stuff and it comes to life. I didn't really understand it, but yeah, if it works, it works. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. We got to see a little bit of gameplay. However, it didn't work. The beginning didn't work, and I had to go back. And I think the second playthrough might have been scripted. It might have been a video recording of it because I don't know why it just didn't work. I wasn't that impressed. The graphics have been updated, but God, that car chase was scripted. That car chase was like, oh, you must go left here. Oh, you must go right here. Oh, you must go left here. Oh, you must go right here. Oh, let's make a quip here. This would be funny to add something in about your driving style. No, I wasn't impressed by that at all. Destiny. I skipped that. I actually did. I was like, this is 3 minutes of my life. I'm never going back. Skipped it. Don't like Destiny at all. Hitman has gone open world. I'm not sure why. We've got an exclusive beta on the PS4. Basically, by the sounds of it, this was covered at a later conference, but I'll cover it now, since we're talking about it. And basically now it's going to be open world. You can have contracts pop up. You've got a certain amount of time to do them. If you don't do them in time, then it goes forever. It was basically it. Look good. Graphics look good. We also have World of Final Fantasy, which is a new adventure coming to PS4 and PS Vita. Didn't really understand it. Riggs, which was a 3 versus 3 combat arena game. That looked interesting. I know someone on Twitter who was gameplaying for that video actually. We have an exclusive demo thing for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, exclusive missions for Batman, and we also got some exclusive content for Disney Infinity 3.0, which is going to be Star Wars focused. That was it for Sony. What I think was a bit more fun than Microsoft. Some of the games are cool, and yeah, it worked well. I enjoyed it, and it didn't convince me as much. They didn't show off anything. They didn't really say, look, like, it was games, which is why I got PS4, because it's games. There was still nothing that sold me to keeping my PS4 really, but we'll see. You can't talk about who won and who didn't. I think games-wise, Sony won, conference-wise, and coolness, Microsoft won. So yeah, that's Sony's one.
Nintendo.
Don't even like what do Nintendo. What a boring conference. Absolutely dull as dishwater that conference was. Oh, start off with the puppets, and I was like, you know what, Nintendo, you've done it. I was like, brilliant. Jumped into Star Fox. I was like, my God, Star Fox, this is the game that would get me onto Nintendo. What a load of rubbish that game. That game looked like nothing better than an N64 game. I watched that and thought, no. I know you want to try and get it run well, and that was the excuse, wanted to run well on the Wii U. No, that was terrible. If that's what you can come up with after all these years, Nintendo, shame on it. If that is it, it'll be surrounded by amiibo crap as well, making more money out of it. Star Fox, again, I know it's all about graphics and blah, 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 blah. But it's a game fans have been waiting for a bloody long time. It's not the first game to knock up in the conference, I can tell you that now. No, it looked alright, but not sold on it. Why don't we just kick straight into the game that they've fucked up completely? And I haven't swore yet in this video. This is awful. Metroid Federation Force, what the hell have you done? Since when was Metroid a Speedball-esque 3-on-3 shooter? Good God, Nintendo, you get some things wrong. That was terrible. Mario Tennis, a game I've got no interest in. How it look cute, look nice. Again, at least it has some excitement in it. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Why do you need so many Marios on one screen? I don't know. Nintendo seem so obsessed with getting something and mashing it with something else, and I don't think we need these sort of games. Nintendo don't do anything new. Splatoon was new, interesting, looked great. I would buy that game. And why aren't they doing more new IPs? Why? Talking about non-new IPs, strange enough, there's a new Zelda game coming out. Triforce Heroes, multiplayer game. 3 people. Why is it 3 people? Triforce. And also because they want to make it easier to work. Whatever. Hyrule Legends. Yeah, not really interested. Can't say much else. Fire Emblem. Again, I've not really played them, so I can't really comment. Trailers looked alright. Japanese RPG stuff is normal. Animal Crossing. I know people love Animal Crossing. Again, it looked interesting, fun. We had the Amiibo Festival and the Happy Home Designer. Bit of Skylanders chit chat. And that was about it. Oh, no. The most boring bit of any conference I've ever seen in my life. Actually, no, there's a few other bits. We'll cover the rest of the games. Xenoblade Chronicles looked interesting. I would possibly go for that. Yuki Watch, had no idea what was going on there. Yoshi's Woolly World, which has some woman sitting in front of loads of knitted amiibos. Again, looked interesting. The art style looked incredible. Yes, so the game I want to bring to you, Super Mario Maker. Them two people present that were just the most boring people I've ever seen in my life. I was bored to tears watching that one. God, I almost fall asleep now thinking about it. A game that I don't understand it. I know that what they're trying to do, like button game. If that gets people involved in game design, great. I hope it does. But seriously, guys, get some more interesting people selling that. If you watch that for a game development course, you'd fall asleep. Nintendo conference, for me, the dullest conference I've ever seen in my life. I was so bored. I know I'm not a Nintendo fan, and I watched these for Nintendo to make me go, I want Nintendo. Nothing in there made me go, I want Nintendo. I was actually thinking about getting a Wii U. That is completely, again, put me off going back to Nintendo because, seriously, guys, so dull. Get something out there. Get something grippy, edgy. Do something interesting. Come and go. Hi, we're Nintendo. We understand our fans. They want this, this, and this. Do something incredible. Just to bring some people across. Just please. Just please. But never mind. Anyway. Oh, no. What was that? Mickey Mouse with... yeah, sorry. I completely missed that one. What was that called? I can't remember. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. But that wasn't in this conference, was it? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I was just making games up. And that was Nintendo. It wasn't a very good conference. Yeah, I was so bored. I was trying to find something decent inside of it. And there wasn't. Very, very boring conference.
Square Enix or Square Enix? Who knows?
This was a conference I really wasn't going to watch. I wasn't really interested in because Square Enix make Final Fantasy. And I was like, oh screw it, I'm not gonna watch it, but I did. Started off with explosions and Just Cause 3. It looked amazing, incredible. I can't wait to play this game. This game's gonna be awesome. I love everything about it. I love the tethering system. I love the explosions. Just great. Just that made me happy. We got the new another Rise of the Tomb Raider thing. Covered that already. Final Fantasy covered already. World of Final Fantasy covered already. Kingdom Hearts 3, which I covered in Nintendo 1 by mistake. That looked quite cool. I did enjoy that one, and it's something I wouldn't pick up, but I can see why people would like it. We've got more Hitman, which we've covered already, and Juice X Mankind Divided, which I suppose was the biggest one. It looked good. I really liked the old one, the one a couple of years ago. It looked like it had new tech. It seems to be all the argument, really angry people. We don't like this. Okay, get banished. People with OGs. How do you even say that word? I don't know. The people with things inside of them have all been castrated and moved into a different place, and they're getting genocided basically. And you're on a task force to stop terrorism. So I don't know how it's going to work. It looks interesting. I did really like that. Bit of gameplay footage, and it looked really good. We also had a sequel to NIER announced. I never played the original, so I can't say anything on that one. Star Ocean, which I've never played, but look quite interested to be fair. I quite do that. And they announced Tokyo RPG Factory as well, which they're going to be working on. However, this conference was terrible. It was so dull. It was almost as dull as Nintendo's, to be fair. Luckily, it had some games to back it up. But yeah, the people that got on just didn't work. It didn't work out very well. Some guy turned up with a moon head on. It was just weird. There's not much else to say about that. However, I did quite enjoy it. It was some good games, and yeah, for one I wasn't going to watch, I actually enjoyed it.
And finally, the final part of this final video, the conclusion.
So, in summing up, the best conference, I personally think the best conference was probably Microsoft's because of HoloLens. That blew me away. That was really interesting. It held my attention. Really enjoyed it. Worst conference by far, Nintendo's. Terrible, guys. Pull it together. Game. The most surprising game I wasn't expecting to see was probably Horizon Zero Dawn, because we didn't know anything about that. Well, I didn't. I was quite surprised by that. The game that shocked me the most had been so rubbish. I was like, really? It was probably Uncharted 4. That was like, yeah, we're going to see lots of that. I wasn't very impressed with the demo on that one. The game for me was Just Cause 3. That's going to be the game of the year by far this year, I think. There's going to be a few coming up towards it. I don't in any way, shape, or form doubt that, but I think that is going to be awesome. And yeah, that's my summing up. It was a really good one. Really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed everything I've seen. And most important, a pretty solid show. And I look forward to playing all these games. I don't know how I'm going to afford it or anything like that. But yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot to mention Rainbow Six Siege. While we're talking about disappointing games, that I wasn't impressed with at all through that demo. That put me off a little bit. It's weird, isn't it? How sometimes the games that you didn't expect to really like, sometimes become the games you like, and some games you were like, nah. And the games you're really hyped for, sometimes you see them and just think, nah. It's interesting. But that was E3 2015 roundup. I hope you enjoyed it, and I did. It was really good. All the videos, you can find them all over the internet. And I'll, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.